Let's die.
The most boringest one?
I have thee not, but yet I see thee still.
The most boringest one?
Hey guys, welcome back to the worst thing that happened to reviewing since the death of Roger Ebert. Today we are looking at the third part in this ongoing murder of Star Wars.
And I'm back as well, boys. Yes, it's me.
Joining us
Mikey.
today is a special guest, Michael Solomon, who, because of his dad's expertise in film, can help shed some light on this person's sad mistakes.
Yes, I will try my best, hopefully. I need to get my Mater toy.
He's a master reviewer in Star Trek. He knows how to review Star Trek. So
go check out that episode here. Oh wow, Diego, now you have to put the link right there. Do we? Okay, so I'm gonna see how long I can wear this on my nose until I start bleeding, okay? So Diego set a timer. No, I'm still here. Don't worry. I just want to see how long I can go now.
Part 3. Now this is where it gets complex, my lovelies.
Hey, my lovelies, okay. That was just like horrible. And okay.
Look, the thing is, he did a whole skit on kidnapping a person.
Oh boy, how interesting.
Plus, he also doesn't understand how basic politics can work.
Okay, so yeah, I haven't seen either of the other two videos. I probably should watch them, but hit that, smash that like button, everybody. By the way, respect. I don't know anymore. I'm a little dope right now. No, I'm not dope. I'm just
continue.
Yeah. Come on, Diego. Your incompetent foolery.
Palpatine wanted to create a crisis on Naboo so that the naive young queen would propose a vote of no confidence.
Okay, so what's wrong with that? You explain the plot. So why is that confusing? Anything you have to say, Michael?
Well, we know that Palpatine overall wants power, and we know that since he was a child, he's been playing with the dark side of the Force. So I don't see really.
No, we don't know. We don't know that in the movie.
We don't know that in the movie. Okay, so strictly canon. So overall, if I was first time watching this, I would definitely say I don't know why he's attacking it because it makes sense, right? If you're trying to get ultimate power, right, or if you want, even if you're just in the political ladder, by definition, it's a ladder, so you're supposed to climb it, right?
Well, yes, and he's trying to gain. Okay, so there's nothing confusing about that.
Yeah.
This would lead to Palpatine getting elected in his place, right? That's the plot, I think.
Yeah, okay. That's the plot. So what's wrong with that?
I don't think really any. I mean, obviously, I think everything wrong with the movies is probably come down to two things. It's definitely not the music. The music is wonderful because they had I'm going blank. Who did they have do the John Williams? They had John Williams do the Star Wars.
Sequel music is absolutely garbage.
Oh yeah, that's garbage. But this is prequel. This is before Disney, thankfully. The only two things that I can say that are really wrong with the earlier movies is that they're earlier, and you're also going through the 90s.
I don't hate the original Star Wars movie, but you have to admit that Luke showing no remorse when Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru are brutally slaughtered is a bit weird and out of character for him.
That's true. I thought I saw him cry though. So
no, he's just okay, I'm gonna show you what he actually looks like. He's like,
all around me are familiar. Okay, yes, yeah, that makes sense. Basically, right? Okay. So that makes sense. Okay, that's a little off character. I say, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the plot yet. The biggest mistakes that writers make is that they get boring. And I can definitely say for a lot of people, this would be boring.
No, it's only 10 minutes.
Yes, that is true. So we haven't gone in. So it's right now. It's the setup stage. So I can't make a confirmed thing. But like, if they were like said, we're getting blown up, and
Look, that doesn't have Game of Thrones style politics.
yeah, I don't like Game of Thrones. I've never actually watched it, but
A communications blackout on the planet. Even get word back to the Senate that there is a crisis. At the end of the movie, Amidala goes back to the planet to solve the problem herself, because the Senate wanted to send an independent team to investigate whether or not the invasion was real.
I mean, it's obvious that the Trade Federation has corrupted the Republic to say, like, but there's another process you haven't picked up on. Another one and another process. So I mean, this just shows the extent of Palpatine's reach.
yeah. If he was the one who got them to do all this, then yeah, he's already a pretty powerful man. I mean, what's he going to do? Like, go to Tatooine and I don't know where I was going with that. Righty out. So let's punch it. It makes sense. Punch it, Diego.
To explore the validity of your accusations?
I guess the testimony of 2 Jedi Knights wasn't good enough.
This guy's just looking at a surface level explanation and not asking why things don't make sense. If he looked even a little bit beyond, he could see that the Nemoidians were manipulating the galaxy into not helping these people. He even says that they even say many times that the bureaucracy is bloated. Previously in the movie, we could see how Tatooine was suffering because of the ineffectiveness of the Republic.
That is true. The Republic was, good for a little bit, but like, I don't know the full entire background, but it would seem so far that, like, distrusting, like, guys who spend like their entire lives from childbirth, like, fighting stuff, bad stuff, distrusting them probably shows corruption in your government. I mean, it did in Rome, so like, it makes perfect sense. It's literally like the fall of Rome.
Look, this movie was based. The end scene of this movie was actually based on a film called The Fall of Rome.
Okay, that's cool. I know
And
that.
there's a lot of other subtle touches, like Palpatine's theme. The Emperor's theme is actually played in the end scene. Like, it's a different version of it, but it's still the Emperor's theme.
Very intriguing. It's a setup for later movies to come.
And that's what Disney Star Wars missed most of all, the setup. Okay, what do you in the Force Awakens? What do you know about the galaxy? I'm just using this as a comparison because Mike said he liked the Force Awakens.
It's I did.
No, the guy who's reviewing this, his name is Mike.
Oh, so we know going into the Force Awakens, it's been 30 years, give or take, since the Return of the Jedi.
Oh my gosh, this is like Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters!
No, I'm talking about the horrible sequel.
Mm.
I mean the second horrible sequel, but anyways, continue.
Okay, so I'd definitely say that. Oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so it's been roughly 30 years, right? And I need to move this so it's in the center of my screen so I look more into the camera. But it's been roughly 30 years, right? Since Return of the Jedi. We know that Luke is partying with the Ewoks for all we know. And we know that peace, for all we know, has been restored to the galaxy. Yeah.
Well, yes, but that's all undone without any explanation.
Exactly. It does kind of pull up like a jillion questions like, whoa, why did, like, where's this First Order? I mean, okay, we know that via other things that, yes, the Empire did survive a little bit, like afterwards, after Vader's death. But once the Death Star 2 was dead, it was basically like they were on the run. They were on the ropes. It was over. So
the Thrawn trilogy explains like the more complex details. But it wasn't like that.
One of
I'd
these
be
things
mad.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm just wondering why they would decanonize the whole EU, because that is a monumentally, and I mean absolutely stupid idea.
They're Disney. They want to put a price tag on everything, kids.
Yes, but they can just sell the EU, and fans don't care. If
Some do. Because
Look,
they're those.
Boringest one.
The boring guest ones?
look, he strawmans who doesn't agree with him, and I'd just like to say that up to this point, our review is actually longer than his entire review of the Phantom Menace. So,
Like all of them?
like all parts, all our review so far is longer than
A review of a review
That good,
is triple
boy.
the review.
yes.
We that good.
Oh,
Those were the guys that Valorum trusted enough to settle the whole dispute in the first place? That don't make sense.
Yes, it does, because Palpatine's setting them up so they die because he wants to take over. Like he wants to get rid of the Jedi because he's a Sith. Now we don't know that at this point.
don't these people know how Senate works and how long it takes for a war to be approved by the Congress?
I don't think they do. Johnny, would you care to enlighten us?
So basically, a war needs to be approved by approximately 2/3 of the Senate, and just because of some people's, like, these are the comparing the Senate to these two Jedi, their validity, comparing those two validities isn't fair, because the Jedi are basically these special agents. It would be like
It's like thinking of the CIA
it's like-
agents.
It's like
Basically.
entrusting the Secret Service. It's like entrusting the word of the Secret Service over the word of the Senate. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
When
You,
the guys
sir,
told
need to learn your history, Mr. Plinkett.
Palpatine that the Jedis were there, he should have said this.
Tell the Jedi that there will be no negotiations.
This reminds me of another person who says Star Wars should be simple. He did say, he said, kill. I remember him specifically saying in the scene where Palpatine's talking to the Nemoidians, kill them, eliminate their bodies. Wait, isn't that right, Michael?
I think so. I don't know.
So he did kill them before the negotiations happened. Well, at least they tried.
Sure.
This guy doesn't watch the movie.
Uh-huh.
Watch the movie. So they did. From what? So it's like kill the Jedi. So that's what they said, right? Kill the Jedi or eliminate. I remember him saying eliminate of the Jedi. And they did kill the Jedi, or at least they tried to kill the Jedi, but they underestimated the Jedi's powers.
You underestimate my power.
No. Do you have any other explanations to the scene, Michael?
Not quite.
Okay. No. Pay attention to the movie. Pay attention to the movie. Pay attention to the movie.
Yes, it is brilliant.
If these people are purporting to educate us on matters matters that make them look smarter, then they should know something about the movie they apparently know something about.
Basically, if one has the comprehension and will to make a video, then one should enlighten oneself so one can enlighten others quite well. If one does not do this to the best specifications, you are not doing anything helpful in this world, and you can simply just die.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is good, and occasionally triumphant.
No,
Okay,
it is not good. That movie is heck. It It was actually the best of the worst, if that makes
Look,
any sense.
I saw it and look, I usually don't have questions when watching a movie because I just like look at the movie.
Did you get a yellow lightsaber by bearing a blue and a green one? This ain't kindergarten.
And Jedi and yellow lightsabers are for Jedi Sentinel, so that doesn't even make sense. You know how they were for the Jedi Temple Guard.
Yeah, I know, and they were like pikes for them, and it's.
And then send them back to Coruscant to inform the Senate.
Instead, he tells him to do the exact opposite of what will help his plan.
That's exactly what happens. Things go wrong for the Nemoidians. If they just kill the Jedi. Okay, so I'm just baffled by the stupidity of this person. Well, what are they arguing?
No stupidity is.
No, Michael, pay attention.
I am Johnny.
Okay, so
to the movie.
So what are they arguing So what are these people arguing exactly if we look at how the plan works, if Palpatine, if the Jedi die, Palpatine can use it as an excuse to leverage to boot Chancellor Valorum because of his inactivity. Or
because of his incompetency.
Yes, I'm just looking at all these options.
Yes.
Look, Palpatine wins no matter what. It's just that he decided this way to win, and you saying that.
It's like giving the person an apple and an orange. Either way, you're going to eat it if it's being given to you by your mom.
But these people don't like oranges.
Exactly.
And no, it's more like hating a painting because it includes the color blue in the sky.
It makes sense. Diego Punch.
Okay.
Sign the treaty, right?
I want that treaty signed.
He seemed really intent on having her sign the treaty to make the invasion legal. So what if she was like a total coward and then actually signed the treaty?
I don't think. Well, I mean, Palpatine knows what the character of Queen Amidala because of his experience with her. Right?
Yes.
Okay, not in a creepy way.
It's too late, Johnny. I already took it the creepy way.
Okay, so it's not.
Are you an angel? I have a boyfriend. Yeah.
It's not unreasonable to assume that. No, but it's all seriousness. I don't think even if they get this treaty signed, then Palpatine can use it as an excuse to say that he was so incompetent he couldn't take control of a planet. So how does Palpatine lose exactly?
Yeah.
There's no way in which this is.
He's been pulling the strings since he was a child because his dad was.
These are all paths which branch to the same conclusion, and they can't see it, and they're just looking at. They only see one path and decided that it was the correct path, and instead of looking at all the other paths and seeing what merits they have in their own right. That's something that Mahler does really well.
Wait, we're bringing real life politics into this?
No, I'm saying Mahler.
Oh. Continue, Diego. Punch it.
You are an absolute numpty. you Disney puppet.
I am?
It would be over and there'd be no need for a vote of no confidence. See what I mean? This sounding like an 8-year-old wrote it?
We just we don't need to say anything. We just explain why it makes sense.
If a 10-year-old, if a 9-year-old read, let's see, what's sort of complicated.
The Great Brain.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking of
Justin read it. So, I mean,
if a 9-year-old read, I'm just gonna put the Iliad. They would assume that they would look at it the same way these people look at Star Wars. Because they're not seeing the overall message and like how things work, even if it was a different way. They're just looking at how it could have not worked, and they're not paying attention to the implications of what they're saying.
Yes, I agree with that.
Because do you have anything more to add, Michael?
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. If you see me
Okay.
looking down, guys, it's because I'm trying to pull something up.
Okay.
You are an absolute numpty. You buffoon.
No, you, boomer.
How do they go about it? Well, they start pumping in an obvious deadly white gas into the room. This alerts them to danger. Well, actually, blowing up their ship does. I guess they should have pumped in the gas first, and after the Jedis were dead, then blow the ship up?
I mean, it works either way. I mean, I don't really see anything.
If they pumped in the gas, then they would have been alerted. If they blew up the ship, they were alerted. So I mean, either way, they
don't do both, huh?
Huh?
And just like lock the door.
What's this guy talking about? They do lock the door. They do every single option to try and make sure the Jedi don't escape. But the Jedi to them are like SCP-106 to the Foundation.
I presume that means they're pathetic.
SCP-106 is this. Okay.
Continue.
Yes.
Yes.
No, you.
Hey, idiots! Have you ever heard of carbon monoxide?
We have no
reason. Sorry. We didn't have gasoline engines a long time ago. And like...
Okay, that's extremely idiotic because we have never seen... If they just introduced that gas... I mean, we haven't seen an odorless gas like carbon monoxide in Star Wars. They haven't introduced it. So, I mean... Just because it's in our real life doesn't mean it's in Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense what half the things this guy is saying.
Because what's he talking about? Half of my brain is gone.
He's looking at it from a modern day human point of view. You need to look at it. We're looking at it from a point of view, from a writer point of view.
From a writing point of view, because if you look at it from any other point of view, you're not gonna ask a knight why he doesn't carry a machine gun.
Exactly. Like, that makes perfect sense. Like, if I was in 500 AD Rome, I'm not going to ask everybody, hey, why don't you have, like, assault rifles or, like, even plate armor? Because those things didn't exist yet. Stick with the times, Mr. Plinkett.
Your wife won't even know what hit her. Oh, I mean Jedi. Also,
I mean,
I don't even know where that came from.
I think they could sense the carbon monoxide with their force powers. So
that's why they're able to Jedi duel with lightsabers, because they get like a little bit of foresight, and then that increases. That's because they have to be able to see the other person with blades so they can ricochet, because the other person has foresight. So they have a little bit of that. So yeah. They can do some pretty gnarly stuff. They could probably sense it. Johnny, you want to say anything to that?
Yeah. I think, like, the Nemoidians are just throwing everything they got at them. And
the Nemoidians are the ones who are, like, now there are two of them, right? Just for clarification.
Yes, Newt Gunray and the other one.
Got it. Just making sure. You know what upsets me the most about this, though? What really breaks my heart?
What?
We still haven't seen a droid mouse. We still haven't seen one.
Would that make the movie any better?
Hey, it makes your entire Star Wars set 99% power. So I mean,
Don't
What
you
could go
mean
wrong?
unlimited?
Diego, punch it.
I willingly drank tea that was given to them, while they discussed how everything felt really fishy.
I sense no unusual amount of fear for something as trivial as this trade dispute.
Hey, you guys got any rat poison lying around? Put it in the tea! Put it in the tea!
Okay, another stupidity move. They're going to sense the rat poison, okay? Or the poison. They're going to sense it. That's why he went like this and then he drank. I'm not sure if he did that, but there's a way that...
Yeah, that's
they
a
do
very
stuff.
subtle thing.
It's just, this guy's off.
Oh,
He's out
shit.
of his mind.
Michael, I actually didn't realize that. You're very clever.
Thank you.
Michael's the best at reviewing, I told you.
That's what she said.
You are an absolute numpty. You Disney puppet.
Why are you
Right.
so dumb?
Why am I so goofy?
So dumb.
No, I'm
You're so
trying.
dumb. I'm not kidding. Yeah, it's phrased from what Johnny said.
Oh man, I feel like Mr. Plinkett's got like a bunch coming to him, so let's get on it because I'm not sure how much longer I can.
And in the tea. So anyways, then the dioxazine starts filling up the room, and then...
Dioxazine.
Wow. Hey, wait. How does Qui-Gon know what kind of gas it is before he smells it?
It's not like he's the Pope where he doesn't get to use social media. These guys have literally like a library back home of like a jillion pieces of knowledge that are like a jillion years old.
I mean, they're also trained for this stuff, so I would assume that they had these attempts.
Jedi Knights. Maybe that has a little bit of a meaning of fighting in there. Jedi Knights. Maybe. Yeah. What's a knight? What is it, Johnny? It's somebody who fights and is used to trying to get killed a lot.
So they would know what it is.
Exactly.
And I mean, I think he was able. He might have been able to smell it because smelling doesn't. That's not how smelling works. You constantly smell things.
Yes.
Do these people even understand basic biology? It's in their brains. Oh wait, I know.
Maybe this guy's trying to get like the world record.
Look in the people in the comment sections think this stuff is brilliant.
What year
check
was
the
this
comment
made, by the
section?
way? Yes, check the comment section now, but pause it. Right. Let's check it.
So what do you want me to look at? Like which comment should
Look.
I
Never forgive Lucas for Jar Jar being the one who gives Palpatine ultimate power. Jar Jar is single-handedly responsible for the fall of the Republic and the
What's
end
wrong
of the
with-
Jedi Order. Jar Jar is the key to all. Ah! Profanity!
What's wrong with Jar Jar?
There's nothing wrong with Jar Jar. Well, actually, there is. He's just annoying. But
Yes, but
a
he's
horrible
designed.
character.
He's designed to be annoying. So saying that he's annoying is a
Mr.
deal,
Jar
yeah.
Jar Binks.
Plus,
Mr.
he's an
Humble Servant.
It's the language. It's the
Jar Jar.
language, Johnny. Controversy after Idaho Mont. Oh no.
Droids can. Have you heard this thing called experience? Because droids can fight in more battles than one.
That's true. It's very true. They eventually learn how to not die, and once they learn
Mr. Plinkett says turn your brains off.
when I find myself, hang on, in times of trouble, Mr. Plinkett comes
Put it
to
in
me
the tea.
speaking words
Put
of
it in
wisdom.
the tea.
What's wrong with your
seriously just started
face?
laughing.
Your wife won't even. Who would have killed these two Jedi with poison?
Uh-oh. I saw something.
Is it bad that I think at that point I can quote these?
Yes,
Yes.
it is, David Initiative. That really is your name.
I mean, I have watched some reviews more than I've watched movies.
Star Wars, the fans versus Disney.
Okay, click on the replies.
Wait, scroll up a little bit, Diego. Wait, that stop. Oh,
No, because
scroll up a little bit more. I wasn't able to catch it.
It's highlighted right there.
No, not that. The thing above. I'm looking at something else.
I still
Just
don't
scroll.
fully understand.
Stop. Oh, okay. That's Attack of Clones. I thought it was a knockoff.
Maybe you should get your head checked.
Yeah, I can tell that. Like,
We should just put our link in this guy's video and spam it and be like, yo, 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 yo.
look, there are still some. I think it's like. I think
All
we've proven our
around.
point. I think we've proven our point that people react stupidly to them.
When people are given stupid, they become stupid.
Good point, except for the fact that that's also stupid. People are only as smart as the media they consume.
Exactly, that's what I just said. When people are
Okay,
stupid,
continue.
they become stupid. See? The
Yeah,
Solomon
okay,
mind.
let's continue with the video.
Yes, Diego.
Well, he has a beard.
Pay attention, you absolute imbeciles. It's not that hard.
Diego, you need to record one of my sayings for
The
that.
deadly white gas, I guess it's a little too late. Maybe we just got a little sniff of it. Anyways, this
Yeah.